talking about the Titans here. The Titans.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. It is gone. It is bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalt, and Fratty. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take
You heard the man. We are back on the Phillies post-game show. Mac is back from New York. Fratty's here. Yep. And unfortunately, even though the Phillies couldn't get the sweep done, they did get the series W. But let's go ahead and kick it to Mac first. How was your trip up to the Bronx?
It was good, man. It was a great time. The Phils obviously couldn't get it done today, but it was awesome to finally see them win a road game that I've been able to witness. Like I've been to 3 Phillies away games now, and this is the first time I've ever seen them win in person. So it was awesome. And I actually took a pretty cool parlay bet with Bryce Harper homer and then Phillies money line, and it hit. So that was awesome. And came back with a Yankees Phillies hat. So not supporting the Yankees, but I'm just supporting how great of a stadium it was there. It was really cool. And speaking about the stadium, I'll tell you this, it felt like we were in Citizens Bank Park. That's what it felt like. You heard just a bunch of Phillies fans just cheering for the Phils. And then you also just saw like, it was crazy just hearing the Eagles chants. And I started about like 3 of them, and it was just awesome. So just the amount of Phillies fans that traveled there, the amount of red that I saw was unbelievable. So it was awesome. We definitely, as Doja Cat said, we painted the town red in New York.
Look at you over there. Where's Mikey D, the guy who tried to paint the town blue? Town was blue. Man. But
He's hiding right now. He's hiding and he's scared, just like his team was. He's not even riding. He's not even riding the win he had today. He's not even riding. He's so ashamed of the loss that he had this weekend, and it's just it's unbearable for him. So the poor kid is just in shambles. So
that's awful. I mean, I know obviously sports mean a lot to all of us here. We all love our teams, but most importantly, you guys had a great time this week, and it sounds like you guys had fun, and that's really what matters. But let's go ahead and get into our first topic, and we'll let Fratty take this one first. Like we said, Fratty, unfortunately, Phils can't get the job done today. Not Wheel's best stuff on the mound, correct?
Yeah, he's slipped. He is slack. What would you say? I'd say slack. He was slacking a bit in that one inning today. He just looked a bit off today, but other than that one inning, he was okay. But I just think he's starting to get a little tired again. I think he's starting to look like pre-baby birth with his wife, Zack Wheeler, unfortunately. And today it showed, but it's all right because I think he'll be okay. I'm not concerned that Zack Wheeler is going to go on a downhill spiral because he will get this we'll get an extra day off on coming up. Saturday will be the day after the 302 Birds game. He's pitching on Saturday afternoon. It's 4:05 game, and the conditions won't be too bad. I think the weather is going to be lower. It's not going to be I think low. It might be a little cooler than it was today at Yankee Stadium. So hopefully that helps him out in this next start. So yeah.
I mean, they definitely need to figure out what happened today because something was going on. Like you said, Fratty, he didn't look like himself. He didn't look confident. What were your thoughts on Wheeler's day, Mac?
Yeah, unfortunately, it just didn't seem like he really had his usual stuff. It seemed like a lot of his pitches were really being read by the Yankees, and I mean, obviously, the Yankees right now are really at a crossroad because they don't have Aaron Judge right now. It was really shocking and surprising when I was on my way there. Well, I was already in New York for a little bit, and from what I was hearing and that Aaron Judge was going to be out. That was surprising. So I think also they're really trying to figure out how to move on right now with this period of time without Aaron Judge. So I think for Zack Wheeler, it's just it's good that he didn't have to go against Judge, but I mean that would have been a really good that would have been a really good matchup, I feel like. But yeah, I think it's just an off day for him, and it is what it is. And it's not like we got killed either. So it was like 4-3 loss, and we did win the series. So, but I would have thought that the team honestly would be going crazier, to be honest. I mean, I thought they would have honestly, the bats would have been way more alive, just like they were yesterday and just like they were on Friday. But they just weren't. So it is what it is.
Yeah, they definitely weren't like what they were the other two nights. You're right about that. I don't know if Wheeler was expecting the team to come out a little bit hotter. I don't know if we were expecting the team or if it was a combination of all it, but I definitely agree with what you're saying there, KJ. However, somebody that did come out and do his job today, and there's no arguing that, was the young buck, Otto Kemp. He's definitely been making a name for himself. That first home run he had, I was watching it live. He cranked that thing. He got a hold of it. It was great contact. He saw the ball through. And I really think he's making a name for himself on this team long term to have an impact in Red October. Every month we see gradual improvement from Otto Kemp. And now look at him. In his first season, he had a 2-home run game. Who would have thought that that ever would have happened? That's crazy. So he's locked in. I think he knows what he needs to do. And he's doing this at the highest level that it's possible to do it at. So just keep in mind, guys, this is only the beginning for Otto. I think he's going to have a great impact on this team. And congratulations today, because somebody who definitely did their job offensively today, Otto freaking Kemp. We'll let Brad take this one first. Frat, what was your thought on it?
I was a little surprised. His first multi-home run game was at a legendary place, Yankee Stadium. I mean, the 2 home runs he hit, they just carried out the ballpark. The one I think it was one into the seats. The other one was kind of in like almost dead center field. Like I said, and you just mentioned it a second ago. That I told you that Otto Kemp's going to have an impact in Red October, and he should be having an impact come Red October. So we'll see how the rest of this time goes here. Rest of the season goes for him. I know he'll be starting off and on. There'll be off and ons with him. So we'll see what happens. See if he hits, how many homers he hits. There's an outside chance that he could hit close to 10 home runs in his rookie year by the end of the season. Wouldn't be bad by a journeyman guy who just randomly got called up by the Phillies. What was just supposed to be a call up and then grew into a roster piece, and he probably won't ever get sent back to the minors again unless he struggles. So,
yeah, it definitely was really cool to see him really kind of make his name in the Bronx and really make his name at Yankee Stadium. I mean, like that's an awesome thing to do. I mean, go to a place like that, very legendary stadium. I got to actually get a glimpse of the Yankee Stadium and just how much they take pride in just the guys who really come from the minor league process. They really come from minor league teams, like how they still have the Scranton Wilkes-Barre team over there with the Rail Riders. But I think for us, it's really cool for us, the history we've seen with the Reading Phillies players and the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs players, the guys who came up and just the journeymen. So it's been really cool to see that. And I think for him, it's a really cool moment just to get a homer at a place that legendary in Yankee Stadium. It definitely is a great moment for Otto Kemp.
Yeah, it was an awesome moment for Otto, an awesome moment for his career. We are all happy for him. So shout out to you, Otto Kemp. Keep it up. Keep up the great work. And as KJ said too, I mean, I said it, Casty for Hoagie. Hulk Hogan obviously passes away a couple of days ago, and we all were waiting for it. We knew Castellanos was going to crank one long to honor all the deaths that have happened over the past week, a really tragic week. But Casty, I think it's fair to say, honoring Hulk Hogan, and a really cool picture down there of Hulk Hogan too in Clearwater, which was his home with the Phillies. I mean, Mac, what were your thoughts on Hulk Hogan and Castellanos?
Yeah, obviously there were a lot of deaths this week, a lot of celebrity deaths. One of the craziest celebrity death weeks I've ever seen, with Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan, also the guy from the Cosby Show as well. So I mean, it was definitely a tragic week. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy because he's from down in that area, and Clearwater is the home of the Phillies spring training team. So I mean, like when the Phillies play spring training, they're down in Clearwater. So he's been to a couple of games down there. I'm pretty sure he has a bar down there as well. So a lot of Phillies fans go to his bar. But it's definitely very tragic. And I mean, as much as I want to do a Hulk Hogan impression, I just don't feel like it would really be respectful, just because like he's gone now. So it's like, but it was one of my favorite impressions to do. And we do know some people who definitely were big fans of Hulk Hogan. So he'll definitely be missed. But I mean, yeah, Castellanos, it just seems like he knows when people need a lift up of some kind, he just seems to honestly out of nowhere just hit a home run. And just the craziest times, it really just seems like he really does thrive for those moments. He really does live for those kind of moments to kind of help those people kind of get through that. I mean, I don't know if he really is trying to do that, but the coincidence that happens with that is just really crazy. So it is really ironic, and it definitely is something to think about. But I mean, it's just how the world works, I guess. I don't know.
Fratty, what were your thoughts on it? I mean, obviously a very upsetting loss for all fans of sports.
Yeah, definitely. It was one of the craziest weeks. Ozzy Osbourne, of course, and Hulk Hogan, like you guys just mentioned. Nick Castellanos, that was a great home run by him today. He seems to come up at the oddest times and the saddest times. But I know there's been there hasn't been really rumors about Nick Castellanos being traded. I know there was a rumor. There was a rumor earlier this month, but I don't think that's true, and I don't think there's no way Castellanos is being traded or becoming the victim of that. But overall, I think he'll keep it going, and I'm going to say this: I think he's going to get at least a couple RBIs down there in Chicago. I don't see his back going cold that whole series in Chi-Town, but we'll see. That's all I have to say about Castellanos. So,
yeah, you guys pretty much hit the nail on the head with everything with Castellanos. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Like I said, a really cool photo right there of Hulk Hogan, obviously in his home of Clearwater, Florida, and unfortunately goes to the other side this week. Very unfortunate for his family and all fans of sports. So moving along to our next topic, which is, even though the Phillies lose the game today, they still get the series W. And that's actually why I was texting the link to our guy, Mikey D. If you're out there, I'm talking to you, man. I'm trying, Mac. I'm trying.
He's hiding, dude. He's hiding.
I gave him an L after yesterday's show. So, Mike, you can come on here and give me one today, respectfully, because we earned it. But there are 3 games, and the Phillies won 2 of them. I was not expecting this, especially like Fratty said. I think it was, 20 runs over the first 2 games? Was it 20-plus runs?
21.
So they absolutely knocked the piss out of it when you want to talk about standards. They did a great job. And then there was another text that I sent as well, that they've had 19 19 home runs since the All-Star break. The Phillies are the #1 team in the MLB right now for the most home runs since All-Star break. So they're locked in. They are very good. And I feel like this series was a big contributor to that. Like this series, I feel like was kind of the series where they might have found themselves and they're really going to start to turn the corner on this thing. They're really going to start to pour the gasoline on the fire, and they're really going to start to ramp up this operation and say, okay, we're not just here to play baseball. We're here to win a World Series championship this year. And they definitely have the talent to do it. They definitely have the payroll. But I'm very proud of the way that this Phillies team has turned that corner, for lack of a better term, and really started to kick it up because it's a time when they need to. Fratty, I see you nodding your head. We'll let you take this one first, brother.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's raining, a little rainy now, but in Philly. But anyway, we still won the series. Up in Yankee Stadium, and I guess they say it's time to say goodbye to the New York Yankees for now. Probably for the rest of the season, because I don't think the Yankees are going to the World Series. So, Yankees, see you later. We still won the series. We still won the season series up in your place. I kind of wish that you guys were up in the same division as us, so we can play you 13 times a year. But it's okay. I can only deal with one series a year for you guys for now. So, anyway, guys, we go from, well, we'll talk about it in a minute, but overall, great series win. We couldn't have three. It's impossible for this Phillies team to have 3 games in a row of an offensive explosion. That never usually happens. Most 95% to 99% of the time with this team. So yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was a great win by the Phils. I mean, I got to see it in person, and just the craziness that we saw just from this team was awesome. I mean, you saw the first night, you saw Kyle Schwarber going yard. You saw you obviously saw a bunch of guys just contributing. I mean, yesterday Bryce Harper going yard as well. It was great to see. It definitely was. And Mundo Sosa, thank God he's okay. That was a really scary moment, very scary moment. So, I mean, like, he actually collided into Brandon Marsh. They were going for a fly ball, and I thought for sure that he had something wrong. Like, he was going to be out for a period of time, but somehow it's just a bruised, it's just something bruised in his knee or something like that. And he's able to play today. But he sent 1 yard yesterday. But this team really did have some scrap. They had a scrappy win. They definitely had a great win yesterday. He was dominating. So it was great to see that for sure. So very proud to be representing the Phillies up there, and it was an awesome series win because the Yankees definitely. I mean, if you think about it, obviously they are defending champs of the American League. They couldn't get it done last year against the Dodgers in the World Series, but they're still a good team. They really are, but right now they're kind of struggling. They're on the cusp of actually missing the playoffs, from what I'm hearing, missing the wild card, which would be very surprising. But yeah, I mean, they definitely, and especially with this Aaron Judge injury, let's see what really happens with them, because it definitely is something to think about. And I've talked to Mikey D about this. He's kind of worried about the Yankees. He definitely is. After just 2 games, he went from saying they're going to go to World Series, being on cloud 9, to now being like, yep, we're not making the postseason. And it's funny because he likes to say that Phillies fans have like this seesaw effect. One day they get so mad that we lose, and we end like the skies. We just go crazy, like the sky's falling or something. But honestly, it sounds like Yankees fans are doing that now. So, I mean, it's like you kind of know what we go through. It's just like we get worried and everything like that. But yeah, I think it definitely was a good win, and it was great to see Bryce hit that homer yesterday. That was just a cherry on top of the weekend. It was a cherry on top of the series just to get that. So would have loved to get the sweep, but just didn't happen.
Yeah, couldn't get the job done, and that's definitely very frustrating for this Phillies team. But now they move on to the next one against the White Sox, and our very own Ashley's husband, Connor, Mr. Glenn, is going to be very excited for this upcoming series. I mean, how are you feeling about it, Fratty? I see you excited.
My buddy, one of my former best buddies who now lives in New York, he is he technically says he technically his favorite team's the White Sox, but I think he for the most part boycott that franchise because that franchise hasn't been relevant since the Ozzie Guillen days. Ozzie Guillen, as you guys know, I think Ozzie Guillen was part of the I think Ozzie Guillen was part of the 03 Marlins World Series championships team, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure it was.
But
they beat the Yankees.
For the like I said, the Phillies, White Sox. I am kind of excited about the series. I know there'll be some Phillies fans there, but the crowd wise is probably not going to be sold out. Like what? It's not going to be. The atmosphere is not going to be the same. It's going to feel like we're down. It might partially feel like we're down in Miami, maybe a little bit, but the crowd shouldn't be as should be at least a little bit larger down there, especially that the White Sox are playing, even though they're not that good, are playing a little bit better now. The one guy we have to deal with is I think Luis Roberts is healthy. I don't know if I saw he got hurt the other day. I think we'll have to deal with Luis Roberts, who got mentioned in trade rumors a while back with us. I remember that. So I'm feeling pretty good about the series. I think if the Phillies go in there, do their thing, and take at least 2 or 3 like they against the red hot, better now White Sox team than earlier this season, then I think we should be fine. So,
yeah, it definitely is a series that you should be able to sweep. The White Sox definitely are a team that have been on the downfall. They definitely have been very mediocre. I'm sorry, Connor, but it's just the truth. And I know that you would say the same thing. But yeah, I mean, it's just been it's been disappointing for our friend Connor. It definitely has. But they definitely should win this series. So I'm excited to see what they got over in Chicago. When we were just in Chicago a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go to that field, but got to go to Wrigley. But Chicago definitely they love their baseball teams over there, and it should be a pretty decent series. And this series should definitely help them out in the. It should help them in the NL East, especially to have a couple more games over the Mets. So. I mean, I know the Mets, they just beat the Giants last night. So they're on our tail right now. They definitely are on our tail, but it was good that we got some wins under our belt against the Yankees in this series because it really does count right now because the Mets, even though they've been having their struggles this season, they are still a decent team and they're a team not to sleep on. So we got to take as many series wins as we can, as many games as we can, because there's been a lot of games that we should have won, a lot of games that were blown by by some of our relieving pitchers, Ray Romano, Jordan Romano. Yeah, so it is what it is. But yeah, I think they will definitely have a great series against the Chicago White Sox.
I get your frustration. I'm cracking up at you coughing over there.
Oh, someone's saying they're ahead of us. Is that true, Fred?
Yeah, they're ahead of us
Never
by
mind
a game.
then. Sorry. I thought we were ahead of them. Never mind then. So, but yeah, that's not good then. All right, we need to get the wins then. We need to get the sweep now because we need to get back in first place.
Get the broom's ready.
Get it ready because we thought
it's going to be a good series. I think it's a good series for the Phillies to prove themselves. They just proved themselves in this Yankees series. They almost got the sweep. They lost by a run. But I really do think that this is going to be a good series for them to prove themselves. Because like you said, KJ, it's not a if, it's a want, like it's a need. They don't really have time to think about it. They got to win all 3 games, take it game by game. And I think that they'll be okay. But let's go ahead and get to everybody's favorite part of the show.
Yo, Freddy, give him the business. Only in South Philly. Only at Freddy's Corner. It's Freddy's Corner.
All right, show me how a real Italian talks about baseball.
All right. Well, guys, on to Chicago we go. Trade deadline week. The Phillies are off on Thursday. The day of the trade deadline. I know we didn't really get into the trade deadline a lot on the show today, but I figure there's been some rumors from WIP. I saw a rumor earlier today about Arianiro Suarez possibly getting traded here, but but there hasn't been. I haven't seen a rumor like that since. So trade rumors. I think the trade rumors this weekend haven't been kind of quiet. I haven't heard of any big big moves getting discussed. But here's my thing. I'm gonna say this. I know I said this. I thought it was gonna happen sooner, but Dalton, KJ,
Yes.
Ash Ballpark Tommy, uh,
Mikey
Connor,
D, what the?
Oh, whoa!
and Mikey D, be ready because the Phillies are about to make a deadline move, probably eating some Chicago pizza and saying, "What the heck is Mikey D doing? Doing in back home right now after a Yankees loss?" So we'll see what happens there when it comes to the Phillies trade deadline. We'll see if the Yankees don't keep sputtering out of control like the 2023, 2024 Eagles season. Where remember when the Eagles started off so good and then they just collapsed. The Yankees are Yankees lost in the World Series, just like the Eagles lost in the Super Bowl to the Chiefs the first time around. And it could be the same thing. It could be a repeat of what happened to the Eagles. So
Mikey
they
D.
might lose. They're going to lose first round in the playoffs. I'm predicting. I think the Yankees are still going to playoffs. So, but they'll lose in the first round again this time.
I
So.
don't.
Oh.
I don't think the Yankees are making the playoffs because this team is fucking trash.
Welcome to the show, Mikey D. One of our favorites, definitely our favorite New Yorker. Tough series for you, man, but respect to you for coming on the show.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're frustrated. How you feeling about the Yanks right now, Mikey?
Like I said, our team is fucking trash. We are terrible. Aaron Judge wasn't in the lineup most of the series. The problem is, excuse me. The problem is this team cannot field. Our fielding is terrible. Here's a word of advice to any other team in Major League Baseball. You want to beat the New York Yankees? You want to score on the New York Yankees? Here's what you do. Run. Run fast. Run hard. That's how you'll beat them every single time. Because guess what? If you run fast and you run hard, you'll make an error. Especially Anthony Volpe, who I now want off the team.
Wow. The hometown kid, the guy who grew up rooting for the Yankees and got to play for them now. But you want him off the team. Jeez.
Wow, that's.
Oh, man. But, Mike, what was your game experience, though, yesterday? And how does it feel, though, to see the Phillies get their revenge on you after we saw you last year at Citizens Bank Park waving goodbye to Phillies fans? Now I get to wave goodbye to your fans. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Well, I mean, we weren't the same team that we were last season. We had much more talent. We had Juan Soto. We had Alex Verdugo. We had all those guys. So it's like I kind of expected this team to fall off just a little bit, but not this much. This is absolutely ridiculous. What's going on with this team? This team is either too young, inexperienced, or old. We get players way past their prime, like Paul Goldschmidt.
Yep.
But I think that's what lost us this series. Forget the division. Toronto ran away with that. we got our asses whooped by them last week. So in Toronto. So I mean, it was a great experience at the game. Don't get me wrong. Yankee Stadium, always a great place to be. Always a great place to watch baseball. But it was a great weekend, amazing weekend, phenomenal weekend, to be completely honest with you. But
Yep.
we just have a lot to change, but I don't think we're gonna do it.
Mike, what did you think though about the takeover that happened? The Philadelphia Phillies takeover. We painted the town red. I know that really irked you. Tell them how much that really did bother you.
Dude, I don't understand where our fans were. For a team like the New York Yankees, you think at our stadium it's like, oh, we'll overrun the place. We're the New York Yankees. But no, it wasn't. It was overrun by the Phillies. Or was it 50-50?
It was pretty dang close. When we went to that one bar before the game, it was really close. And then I was looking around the stadium, and it looked like at every corner there was a hint of red. There really was. So honestly, it could be as well. Like we could be seeing like some pinstripes. So, and maybe they have like a different hat on. So maybe they weren't sporting red. But I think honestly there was a lot of Phillies fans, and it was insane.
Yeah, I mean it was. I think Tom McCarthy said on the broadcast on NBC Philly when Bryce Harper hit the homer, by the way the crowd reacted, you would think you're at Citizens Bank Park. You know what? I'll take that one step further. By the way, the crowd was chanting EAGLES Eagles. You'd think you're at Lincoln Financial Field.
He's not wrong about that. There were Eagles chants, and I started a couple of them, and it was awesome.
I had seen a couple TikToks too about it, that you guys and a couple other Eagles fans were terrorizing, would be the word I would use, terrorizing New York fans.
Not really terrorizing.
In a good way. In a good way, you guys were terrorizing them in a way you should. There were some other fans in the stadium on a video a lot of people have probably seen on social media, which I won't get too much into, that were terrorizing Yankees fans and misrepresenting Phillies fans in a bad way that they shouldn't have either. That's a different terrorizing. You guys were the good terrorizing. That's
there were no terrorizing. Okay,
but I will say after this series, Yankees fans are scarred for life with the way that Phillies fans came in. What were you going to say? Sorry.
Though, we're not talking about any fights that happened. Me and Mike did not witness any fights. I didn't see anything. No Phillies or Yankees fans fighting. Nothing like that happened. But there was an incident where someone did something very inappropriate. And that's all I'm going to say. But that's it.
It's horrible.
All
I'm going to say is poor Yankees fans are never going to want us to come back again after this weekend.
Yeah.
Do you think that Phillies fans have class, Mikey D?
I guess a little bit, yeah. I mean, this was basically the takeover series. It's the best takeover in the National League against the best takeover in the American League. Or no, the Travelers series, sorry. The best Travelers in the National League against the best Travelers in the American League.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it didn't go the way I wanted it to, but at least you didn't sweep. That was good. At least we didn't get swept.
At least you didn't see Dolt's sweep video, right?
That's true. But yeah, it was a great weekend in New York, and I would definitely go again. I would definitely do that again. So, KJ, is there any chance you want to run it back?
Well, I mean, they're not playing. Oh, geez. Now you put me on the spot. What the heck, Mike? Jesus. Okay. Well, I mean, obviously not this season, but yes, probably next season. I mean, even though they're not playing the Phillies yet, we'll probably go check out a game. We probably will.
I would love to go too for one if I'm not doing as much stuff next year because it is on my bucket list, and I know that guy down there would probably love to go see Yankee Stadium at one point as well.
Would, right, Fred?
Yeah, I might go to Yankees Phillies game next year at CBP. If you guys, I'll see about 2027. So,
I'm definitely going. I think it's now a priority to go to Phillies Yankees every season.
Yeah, we got to get you guys to meet and make some content together. That would be hilarious seeing you guys talk some smack before the game. Phillies and Yankees, a good old classic rivalry.
That would be funny.
But
It definitely would.
But yeah, there was actually supposed to be a thing where like KJ and I were supposed to be locked up in front of the stadium, but for some reason we just never had time to take it.
We were so
It's
busy.
all good. I'll get you guys to do it again. Don't worry. That Saquon video, I'm gonna reuse this year of you guys doing it, where you guys are like this doing the UFC pose, because that's gold of you in the Barkley jersey and then him in that Eagles jersey. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, listen, my stadium never fails to deliver a good experience, so I'm just glad everyone got to enjoy the game. Everyone got to see the game. And also, I know back home, you guys had something going on at your ballpark, didn't you?
Yeah, we had the Savannah Bananas. And I want to give a huge shout out as well to the Philly sports guy for representing so well. If you guys didn't see him, he was breaking it down on the stage. As I don't know if we would call him the banana sports guy or what, but if I'm the Savannah Bananas, I am doing everything in my power to get PSG down there once a month, because that has got to be the greatest marketing I think I have ever seen for the Bananas. It was just an awesome collaboration. Like, it was like when you bring the ultimate sports fan with one of the most new ultimate developing sports and you put the two together, and it just felt natural, honestly. And it looked it too. It was hilarious. It was fun. It was what Banana Ball is about. And I kind of regret not going because I was able to go. I had to do stuff around my house too. Like, I'm super busy this weekend. But my cousin actually, and shout out to Vicky, offered me a ticket, and part of me wishes that maybe I am living in a rat's nest right now instead of a clean house, so I could have went to go see that, because it looked awesome.
Well, I guess that is true. I mean, about PSG, but the thing is that I thought the Savannah Bananas already have like their own PSG. Isn't it the guy in the yellow tux?
Yes and no. He's
their owner,
believe it or not. So he's I don't think wants to be as much as the face of the team anymore. He kind of wants to be more the owner, which I get that.
That guy's the commissioner.
Yeah, and he's the commissioner of the league. So he's got a lot of stuff on the plate too, because they're obviously adding teams. So I think the league is only going to get better. But really quick, just because we're running late on time, I want to get all three of your guys' opinion. What is your opinion on Banana Ball, Mikey D? Do you think it's good for the sport, bad for the sport? What are your thoughts?
Oh, geez.
This could go many ways. First off, the fan engagement on Banana Ball is amazing. It is the greatest fan engagement in sports. The way the fans can rule the game. But at the same time, though, like, the baseball side of me is like, basically, it likes to call Banana Ball unfair baseball. Because, like, a fan could catch a ball and it's an out. Yeah. How does that make sense? But I'm like, if I'm on the other team, which this actually went on, the team was down by 1 run. They had a chance to win it, but since it was caught by a fan, it was out. I'd be like, what the hell? My team was in this game, but now it's over because it was caught by some guy from Delco.
Ballpark Tommy, it was me. I caught the ball. I caught it, Dutch. I caught it.
And for Christ's sake, don't ever bunt. Don't ever bunt in this league because you're out, because you're ejected.
Yep.
There's no walks. I mean, I guess it's great to keep the game going, to keep it interesting. And again, the fan engagement is just amazing because of that. But I guess it's just because of that to where like some players would agree that the rules are bullshit. I actually got a question for all of you. It's not just bias. It's not biased. It's not busting balls. It's actually serious. If a team like the New York Yankees or the Philadelphia Phillies or any major league team were to play banana ball against the Savannah Bananas and weren't aware of the rules, do you think we'd win? I'd say it's 50. I would actually say it's 50-50.
I think it would probably be 60-40. I would say there's a chance, but
win.
I think they're probably going to win because there's so many rules. And it's going to feel like for the traditional baseball players that they're just making up the rules as they go.
And also think about this too, Mike. The MLB players have way more speed than those guys. So, I mean, Trey Turner would be smoking those guys, especially with his speed. And also they take a little bit more time and they go underneath the legs. I mean, baseball, it's not basketball. It isn't. And I mean, I'm a basketball guy. You guys know that about me. But yeah, I mean, that's one thing they do. I mean, they do be doing a lot of tricks and everything like that. It's kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters. So it honestly seems like it's even more of a more successful version of the Harlem Globetrotters, just with the fan engagement and just a lot of enjoyment, because I don't remember ever hearing about the Harlem Globetrotters ever getting sold out in an arena. So, I mean, this just shows like wherever they go, they get sold out. And it really isn't traditional baseball, but I mean, it really does attract baseball fans from all around, and honestly, people that are trying to get into the game. So I do think it is cool. But it was a lot of, I know I'm seeing all the comments right now from our good buddies and CJ Rome and Josh Siegel. I do want to give a huge shout out to Josh Siegel for hosting me, Mikey D, our good buddy Cheese.
Oh yes, absolutely.
This weekend, it was awesome. So we really do appreciate him and his roommate Spencer. It was awesome and a lot of fun. A lot of things we will never forget that we will not be discussing on this show. But yeah, let's just say that.
But my question for you, KJ, is like how Trey Turner is faster. Let's take a bigger guy, for example, who can't really move as fast. For Yankees' sake, I'm going to say Giancarlo Stanton. What about him? Do you think he'd be able to outrun it because of his size and like how he doesn't really have as much agility as someone like Trey Turner would?
Well, I mean, I think these guys are guys who really couldn't make the MLB. They really couldn't make minor league. They're honestly, from what I've heard, like a lot of these guys play like junior college baseball. They really wanted to have that dream. So now they can really play for fun. And also they do a bunch of other things like dancing and whatever their plans are. I mean, that they want to do for each game for the Bananas. So it really is like just a different kind of game. So I don't know. I feel like if an MLB team was to play them, I feel like would the MLB team actually be like, all right, you know what, this is a joke. We're kind of going to do the same thing as them. Maybe we're going to put the ball right underneath our legs before we throw the ball at the first base or something like that. It really is something to really think about and a possibility that they could maybe merge with them somehow or get some kind of partnership. I don't know if they ever would, but it definitely is something to think about.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I gotta, are you able to hit the outro, KJ? Because I promised Alyssa I would go to the store with her at 6. But if you can hit the outro, you guys can stay live. I don't want to cut anybody off.
Oh, no, we're good. I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're good too.
I think we're good. I can't hit the outro, but
oh yeah, I forgot you don't have admin access, but it's a little bit longer of a show.
Yeah,
I want to wrap it up there because I did promise at 6 o'clock we would go to the store, and now it's 6:03 and we're at the 45-minute mark. We will be live again later this week. Don't worry, we will have plenty of opportunities to talk more Phillies, talk more baseball with you guys tomorrow night. For God's sake, Phillies start at 7:40 against the White Sox. Be sure to tune into that game, and please be sure to tune in to us right after. You can see me, KJ, and Fratty live all the time talking Phillies, and we will have Mikey D on here, guest starring a couple more times. As you can see, Mikey D, you got plenty of Philly fans who love you and still want to talk some smack. You get your win today. We get the series win. Good things on the horizon for both teams, I think. and stay tuned. But that's all we got for you guys tonight. I hope everybody has a great night. Please be sure to follow Mikey D as well on his personal page for us at Play by Play Mikey D. Be sure to give Fratty a follow at JamesFrat1 on Instagram. He's building up his page. And, of course, give KJ McCoy a follow on TikTok. If you look up KJ McCoy, it'll be easy to find him on TikTok. I promise you that. But other than that, that's all we got for you guys. We will see you guys tomorrow night for hopefully what we hope is a Phillies win.
The Vikings.
Swing and a drive left